I'm going to go over a couple of tickers, starting with Pltr. We ended the day at $144.25, up 0.94%. To the north side takes us to VWAP at 145.17 in the blue line. Above that, the median or the middle of the trend takes us to 145.64. Above that, at 2 standard deviations, takes us to roughly 148.02. This is one potential take profit area. A potential also spot to set a sell limit, depends on what your strategy is. Above that, at 3 SD, takes us to 149.21. And should we be so lucky as to get to this level on Friday, perhaps some other day, we could definitely hit there. I'm not sure, but if we do, that is 150.37. And that is also a potential take profit area. Now, to the south side, one level of support, many levels of support between 2 and -2 standard deviations, but that is 143.28 in the red line, 142.13, and roughly 140.93. Note the clear sell-off area at resistance and here as well. This is resistance, resistance, resistance. On the way down, that becomes support, support, and support, but we busted right through closer to this level here and a bounce. And you can clearly see a bounce here at support and support. The wick took us all the way down and then back up again. Here, resistance, take profit area, another take profit area. And oh, this gap right here, I need to clean this up. We touched not here, but right there on this green wick. And that was on Thursday, the 26th, the day I'm recording this. And that took us down to 142.90, well, 142 right here. It says 91. So the wick took us to 91. So right in line with this gap is the low of the day. That is the miracle of the gap. All right, and this gap that I already marked out, that took us down to roughly 137.64, started at roughly 139.78. Delete, no longer in play. And we have gaps. Oh, this one needs to be, I think, cleaned up as well. No, it never touched, so that is correct. All right, we've got a gap that will take us down to 120. And I'm going to flip this over to the 15 just so I can see this a little bit easier. Oh, by the way, if you want to pause and read this, I sent Vanguard a note because they have lost me as a client. They're always contacting me to talk to one of their advisors, and there's no way I'm going to do that because of what they've done recently. And I've let them know that. It really makes my blood boil what they've done. I've talked about that a little bit as well, but I digress. And this gap will take us down to 120.59. This will take us to 118.46. And 110.57. Will we get down there? Never say never. Right now, this ticker is hot to trot. We hit a 52-week high of 148.22. For one brief moment, I thought, oh, do I want to sell? I've more than 10x'd this ticker, and I didn't sell because I have a hard time selling my massively profitable tickers. Like I can't sell Apple, I can't sell Microsoft, I can't sell Pltr. I don't care about SoFi. I've sold a little bit of that. And then we've got a tiny gap down here, another gap here, but good luck reaching these levels. It's going to take a miracle and a black swan to get down here again. They just make too much money because everybody is using their services. All right. Oh, let's take a look at this very quickly on the daily. What do we see? Okay, ignore everything because I've tracked this for so long. I did buy it in the 10.73 range, the 12.20, and I want to say in the $6 range too, but Palantir, TradingView, which also made me very upset, blew out all of my drawings for Palantir for like, I don't know how many years I've been tracking it. So I have to go back and redraw everything to get it back on the chart, and I'm not going to do that because I don't care that much. All right, so I had to redo all of this, but previously all of this back here was marked out and it didn't make it. Okay, where are we? I've gone to another platform trading account. I'm trying to not use Vanguard anymore. Okay, so one side to the should I say one level to the north side from where we are, one channel will take us to 158.64. When I looked at the 1 year price target, I'm sure it's changed again. It was 160. And let me just look at it very quickly. Where are we? So we hit already the price target. All the white lines are previous price targets that we've hit. See forecast 160. Oh, so 160. Oh, so it has remained. It is the same. And if you want to know what's after that, that's going to be on the daily 169.76. Oops. Command Z if you do something you want to undo. And to the south side, right there, that retraces back to 125, which is an old price target. That's the daily RSI. Look at it, it's getting to an area that's overbought, and you know what happens? Go right back down for a retracement and then to go back up again, sure. But watch out. It still has room to breathe to the upside though. RSI on the weekly, already frothy. And on the monthly, oh yeah, way overextended. So watch out for pullbacks. Pullbacks to obviously go up again in the big picture. So that is Palantir. Now the next one I want to go over is Soxl, and that has turned into a big bagger for me as well. Thank the Lord. Okay, so we ended the day at 125.20 to the north side, 25.83. Oh, I don't think I'll ever sell this one, only because I lost out on NVIDIA. I never bought it at 95 when I should have. But obviously I own tons of ETFs and tons of stocks within the ETF that I know I'm covered, but as an individual stock, I don't own it. 26.93, 27.46, and don't hold your breath for price to get to this level on Friday, perhaps another day, but that would be 28.03. And if we do get there and wick up to that price level, expect a pullback. It is going to happen. People will take their profits and they will run. You know what they're going to do. They're going to lock in and leave if they're day traders or scalpers. All right. Oh, I forgot the middle of the trend, which is resistance from here. Another potential take profit area, 25.83. Below that, 24.72, 24.17, 23.62. Looking left, what is happening? Yeah, this is resistance here. We kind of fell, chopped sideways, but we are in an upward channel on the 5. This is clear resistance, sell off, boom. Clear support, and a buy-in and a rip. We've got a gap and a pullback to 22.62, but that will take us down to 21.67. So if you're patient, we could see a pullback. And, you know, people talk about the market collapsing, and you never know. It's not going to always just go up. It has to have a pullback to get down again. People will short it. This is at 20.06 here, this line. We've got other gaps. Oh, we have a gap that filled up there. This gap will take us to 19.31. So look, I see these things. I think, oh my gosh, makes me want to lock in my gains, but I don't know. All right. So I did take some profit here at 13.86 once. Oh wait, did I take that? Yeah. I bought in previously at 15.24 and 15.37, but in the light pink lines I have sold out. The green lines are my profit areas. All right. And this one to 14.13. And I know a trader asked me a question about this. Let me move this to the daily so I can see where his question was. Oh, right here. Lalit said something about his average is $35. Would it ever go there? If so, what is the probable time frame? Okay, so let me, 35 bucks. It was very difficult for me to figure out when are we going to get there on the daily. This was a while ago that he asked this. When did he ask it? Where did I mark it? Oh, I don't know. I have to go back. But let's take a look at this on the 5-minute. 35 bucks. Let me mark this out. 30. Okay, I did mark it out. 35 bucks right here. Oh, I guess. Oh, so I think I marked this on April the 11th for him. So here, the middle of the trend. Okay, on the, it doesn't even give me a time frame. It stops because you can only go forward so much. So that's going to be what, August, the middle of the trend. So let's go to the daily. Option R. Okay, the daily crosses over. So we're at 25.20. So we're not even up here. Like if we hit this level, see, we can't, yeah, on the daily, it doesn't even, oops, it doesn't cross over yet. So it's so hard for me to predict that because we're in a downward channel still on the daily. But look at this, we're hitting an area that's overbought. And for me, I just use this as also support and resistance. We are at resistance. There's going to be a roll over here to possibly go up again. But this upper band, but at least here I'm touching this. So my middle of the trend, as you can see in the purple lines, at least they are going up. We've made some progress here. So now we need to keep that momentum. So this is the daily. This is the weekly. We've got room to move to the upside. So on the monthly, a touch, a crossover and a touch here takes us into 2028? No, I don't think so. I think we'll get there way faster. But just looking at this, that touch line is right there. Could we hit it sooner up here? I'm just saying at the middle of the trend, hitting it comfortably. All right, we are right here. So the next target would take out this 35.07 and this one here. We got it. We have to hit this level at 32.07 first, and that's going to be, oh, see how we're getting closer there? So that, oh my goodness. All right. Of course, we could hit it sooner, September 26th for this on the weekly. I don't know. I just like to do everything on the 5, and we're not there on the 5. All right. Okay, that's SOXL. What do I want to do? Should we look at SPY very quickly? SPY, and then I'm done. All right. Oh, look at this. What did I mark out? So I marked out this gap on February 19th to 6/12/51. So that's the target, and we're getting there, and I think we could hit that definitely on Friday. Yay! So you could possibly take profit here, depends on where you bought in. So that is, let me mark this out, 6/13/33. 617.67, 619.75, and don't hold your breath for Friday, 622. Now, VWAP is in the blue, 610, 608.90, 606.69, and back to an area we've been, 604.43. This gap is still in play to the downside. That will take us to 607.27. That will be a pullback, a gap play, a landmine that will explode your account, depends on what side of the line you purchased. And this one will take us to 662, another pullback area. And then this one touched already that I've marked out. That opened up on the 6th of June. And that touched right here on the 20th. So congrats if you played that and took it to the south side and shorted the ticker. So that is no longer in play. And we have other gaps, other retracements. All right. But right now we are still in an upward channel on the 5, making people some money if you like to go long. And that does it for me. That's a look at Pltr, Soxl, and SPY. Have a great trading day.